since Mr. Bilal Muhammad pulled out of the fight, so Ian Garry versus Shavkat is not a co-main event, and everyone's giving Ian Garry no chance of winning. The odds are hilariously low for Ian Garry, plus 295. That's crazy. Ian Garry's good, man, and I'm gonna make the argument. I think Ian Garry has a high chance of winning this fight. I'm not saying Ian Garry beats Shavkat, but for UFC 310, I really do think it's not like huge. Shavkat shouldn't destroy Ian Garry unless he does, but I think this fight's a lot closer than people think, and I'm gonna break down the reason why I think Ian Garry might be able to pull this fight off. And trust me, I don't want Ian Garry to win. I lost money on Ian Garry. I had money on MVP, lost all my money, whatever. Shut up. I want Ian Garry to lose, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. This should not be a one-sided beatdown by Shavkat. I see a lot of people say Shavkat never lost before. He's just gonna take Ian Garry down, submit him. Won't even be that hard. Ian Garry's not even that good. He's overrated, which I think that's a disservice to Ian Garry. Ian Garry is good, but the problem of this is Shavkat won't have a way to take Ian Garry down. I cold-heartedly believe that it's gonna be really hard, and I'm not denying Shavkat has good grappling. Keep this in mind. I said this in every single video. He's a good grappler, not a good wrestler. This is a completely different thing. Shavkat has beautiful top pressure, beautiful submission. That guillotine he got, beautiful. Really good submissions. But he has a sambo base, which people who do sambo don't have good wrestling. The reason why is you're wearing gis. Basically, you're wearing giant pajamas, okay? And if someone has a tight grip on your gi, you can't go for a traditional single double leg and just pull you back up. Trust me, I've done judo. Like a lot of these guys say, oh, it's not a big deal. Trust me, I've done judo and I've done wrestling, and when you have a gi on, it's a lot harder to take someone down because they can just pull you up. So a lot of the takedowns are based on judo techniques. And now since you have no gi, Shavkat's just going to go for underhooks, double hooks. His goal is to get a body lock, and throwing someone with a body lock is like basically Greco-Roman wrestling, which is not that easy. Shavkat's have problems taking on Ian Garry. There's many times where Shavkat's just push people against the fence really tight and try to use his judo to take him down. And it's really hard because he doesn't have good traditional takedowns. He's really good body locks. He can take you down, but someone that moves like Ian Garry, it's going to be really hard for him to take him down with like a body lock, a 50-50 grip, really hard. Let me clean this up and explain it even deeper. I'm not saying Shavkat can't take Ian Garry down. What I'm saying is, without the gi, doing sambo, like pure sambo, is really hard to get on someone. And you can see with the fight with Wonderboy, where Shavkat was just pushing Wonderboy against the fence and just couldn't take him down. Eventually, he got a single leg. Oh, wrestling. Take him down, and then he submitted Wonderboy. But the idea is, if you're holding a body lock, it's so hard to get someone down to the ground to submit them. If Shavkat can get Ian Garry down with enough time, I think he submits Ian Garry. I think that's hard to argue against unless Ian Garry's his back is against the wall. But the idea is, Ian Garry is a hard guy to stop. He's always moving, and I don't think people give Ian Garry the credit he deserves as a fighter. Ian Garry has way better striking than Shavkat Rakhmonov, and that's no discredit to Shavkat. Shavkat's a really good striker, but he keeps his head too much in the center line. He kind of chases you down and tries to trade with you, which, in my opinion, against a guy like Ian Garry, who has really good movement, really good distance management, he's just going to get himself in trouble. Ian Garry can just land a few shots and bounce out of range. And a lot of people are going to come back where Ian Garry got dropped by Song, which I guess that's one moment where Ian Garry was able to land anything he wanted on Song. Ian Garry, look, he landed a left hook to the body, and he tried going upstairs again in the pocket, which isn't a smart idea. But besides that one moment, Song had no success against Ian Garry. Everyone's forgetting that. And my opinion is this: if Ian Garry can keep Shavkat in the outside, he's going to have a field day, because his best thing is he has good distance management, and he throws a variety of strikes, lots of jabs, lots of body shots, kicks, and he can keep Shavkat in the distance. The real reality is, if Ian Garry fights with the right game plan, Shavkat can't catch down Ian Garry. And there's no big takedown threats because there's no traditional single and double legs, because he has to go for the body lock to get really close to take him down. And if Ian Garry stays out of range, there's no shooting from the open to close the distance. So that's what I'm saying. This fight is really close, and there is a clear path for victory for Ian Garry that people are not seeing. If Shavkat takes Ian Garry down in the open, which I don't think is likely, the fight's almost over. Just the amount of top pressure Shavkat has and the submissions he has, the fight's over. But what I'm saying is I think it's going to be really hard for Shavkat to close the distance with someone who can keep the range like Ian Garry, who throws many shots, and who doesn't have traditional single legs, double legs like Shavkat. Like, I'm not saying he can't take Ian Garry down with his traditional single and double legs, but the reality is that's not his best thing. His best is getting the body locked and pushing you against the fence. Against someone that moves so much like Ian Garry, I see a clear path for victory for Ian Garry, which makes me terrified, man. I'm so mad at Ian Garry. Like, I don't even want to make this video because Ian Garry's like, oh, I lost money on MVP, you know? It's kind of sad. But other than that, like, subscribe, comment down below what you want me to talk about next. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, Ian Garry loses and Shavkat destroys Ian Garry.